Good afternoon. Welcome to Midcap Radar. I'm Reema Tendulkar. With me is Prashant Nair. Let's quickly take a run through of the top headlines that we're tracking at this hour. The market slipped from day's high but trades in the green as hope builds that the Prime Minister may announce more steps to revive demand. In his Independence Day speech, pharmaceutical stocks lead the gains, with capital goods and realty stocks also adding some green. Auto and financial stocks underperform. Shares of Eicher Motors and Hero Motors see profit taking after their recent run-up following a weak Q1 performance. Tata Steel, however, trades higher with good gains despite losses far exceeding street expectation. Rising demand and higher prices of steel help provide a floor. The Supreme Court will hear the high-profile telecom dues case later today. Under discussion is also whether banks have a higher claim than government to revenues from sale of spectrum by bankrupt telecom companies. Bond prices and bank stocks fall as a higher than expected consumer price inflation at 6.9% reduce hopes of further rate cuts, at least in the near term. Well, Friday afternoon, things are largely stable, moving sideways on the benchmark indices. The Nifty Bank is underperforming, while the mid-cap index is doing a smidge better than the frontliners. Let's try and get in some more trading ideas. Himen Kapadia joins in as always. Himen, afternoon. First, any thoughts on the Nifty? Would you recommend a trade ahead of the weekend? Plus, you've got that AGR judgment, which is supposed to be at 3 o'clock. And what about your individual stock trades?
A very good afternoon to you, Reema. Thank you for having me. The Nifty remains in a short-term range between 11,240 and 11,360, Reema. Mild negative bias, but then every weekend has been very similar. It keeps on looking a bit top-heavy and doesn't lose much ground. So, frankly speaking, I wouldn't have a trade on the Nifty. Similar views on the Bank Nifty. So, yes, overall the market is fine. We are a bit over what we've in the last 3 or 4 trading sessions. We made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We made around 6 or 7 attempts in the last 5 trading sessions, Reema, trying to take out 11,360. That's not happened. So ideally, I would like to take a trade when it crosses 11,360 because then would open up the market for approximately a 250 point upside. So frankly speaking, would not take a trade. I'm not saying short it because I don't think that works in markets like these, honestly.
Himen, what about individual stocks? What are the trades that you're recommending?
Yeah, individual stocks. Firstly, I have a buy on RBL Bank, Reema. We've been consolidating for around 6 trading sessions. The outlook remains positive from a medium-term point of view. We've had a move from 170 to 194, so we are seeing a time price retracement. So a buy on RBL Bank at 184, stop loss 179, target 194. The second pick is Balrampur Chini, Reema. I think the sugar pack is looking good after quite some time. We've had one leg of the move. We've seen a retracement and a consolidation. Now I believe the next leg of the move would begin. So short, medium term, the indicators are supporting the move. We are in a medium term uptrend too. So buy Balrampur Chini, Reema, at 142, stop loss 137, target 152. Lastly, a buy call on Coal India. We've spent 2 weeks consolidating. Now it's given a high volume move today. We're set to overcome the 55-day exponential moving average. So a bounce. It's a slow moving stock, so it's a smaller target, a smaller stop loss. Buy Coal India at 132, stop loss 129, target 133.
Thanks, Himen, for joining in. Well, you know, every day we talk about how FANG stocks are leading the Nasdaq higher. They're the ones which are outperforming, where money is pouring in. One particular stock in that FANG is Apple, which has been on an epic bull run. I think since the start of the year, Apple shares have rallied more than 50% in the last 12 months. It's a gain of more than 120%. And now the interesting fact is that its market capitalization is approaching $2 trillion. Yes, you heard it, $2 trillion. You know, Prashant is here with some interesting data and how it's arrived at this milestone. Prashant?
Rima, thanks very much. And it's tech, and I thought it would be of interest to you. And, you know, it's just incredible, right? I mean, this is just some Friday fun, to be honest. Not very much to take away for investors who are watching here, but just I thought it is instructive to put this out. You know, the Apple stock now, and it could happen, might as well happen later in the day when US markets start trading. But Apple, the market capitalization is only $30 billion away from the 2 trillion market cap figure. You know, just for comparison's sake, right? What is 2 trillion? 2 trillion is basically the market capitalization of the Indian stock markets, around about there. I mean, roughly. So that's Apple for you. I mean, 30 billion more, and we are there at $2 trillion in market cap. Let's just move on. And just some other sort of stuff. This was, of course, the first company in history to get to the $1 trillion market capitalization. And of course, it will be the first to get to the 2 trillion market cap number as well. For the first 1 trillion, from 0 to 1 trillion, it took the company 30 years to get up to $1 trillion market cap. But from 1 trillion to 2 trillion, it's basically taken less than 2 years. Less than 2 years. So, I mean, that's basically the big boom in tech stocks, the FANG stocks that we're talking about. This is the global top 5, right? Just to put things into perspective, look at this. Apple at 1.97, Amazon at 1.58 there, Microsoft 1.58, I mean, roughly approximately similar. Alphabet at 1.03, and you got Facebook, which is now got a market cap of $744 billion. Combined, I mean, these 5 top companies combined now have a market capitalization of $6.9 trillion US. Right? So I just thought, why not look at Apple and then the top 5 listed technology stocks. I mean, actually, forget technology. Top 5 most valuable firms in the firm as a percentage of, you know, the overall market, right? So this is first Apple. Apple, remember, is at $1.9 trillion. NASDAQ has got a market capitalization of about $17 trillion. The total US market capitalization is about $36 trillion. And the total world market capitalization is about $89 trillion, right? So what is Apple as a percentage of these 3? Apple is 12% of NASDAQ now. It's about 5.5% of the US market, right? This is everything in US. And it's 2.24% of the total world market cap, right? Let's move on. What are the top 5? I told you the top 5 have got a market capitalization just shy of $7 trillion. They're 41.2% of NASDAQ now. They're about 20%, I mean 18.9% of the US total US market cap, and they're about 7.7% of the world market capitalization. I just want to wrap this up with the last graphic, which is, I think, pretty interesting, right? This is, you can analyze the narrowness of any market using a variety of indicators. I'm just looking at the US market is basically back to pre-COVID levels. It's back at all-time highs, right? But how many stocks in the S&P 500 are at respective 52-week highs? What is the number now? It's 6%. 6%. That again, I mean, talks to the narrowness of the market, how much of the heavy lifting has been done by those 5 stocks that we put out earlier. 6% of the S&P 500 stocks are at 52-week highs, when the S&P 500 itself is basically back at new highs. You know, in the middle of January of 2020, this is pre-COVID, 25% of S&P 500 stocks were at new highs. And, you know, January of 2018, that is also a euphoric kind of a high. That number was 33%. That number is 6% now. That is how concentrated and narrow this move has been. Back to you, Rima.
Thanks, Prashant, for that. Well, those stats on Apple are still taking my breath away. And I was just Googling. You said it hit $1 trillion 2 years ago. That's in August of 2018. Well, it hit $1.5 trillion of market capitalization on 11th of June, which means just 2 months ago. So exactly 2 months later, we're now talking about $2 trillion on Apple in terms of market capitalization. Absolutely stupendous. Thanks so much for putting that, you know, on our radar. We'll slip into a very short break on that note. But on the other side, State Bank of India has launched the Kisan Credit Card Review feature on the Yono Krishi platform. Rajesh Kumar, the chairman of State Bank of India, joins in for an exclusive chat. Stay tuned.
अपने क्लाइंट के 360